Hey, everyone. It is J&A from the Let's Get Loud podcast. Alicia.
Jose.
Okay, so putting things together for two amazing things right now. So on my list today was podcast and October show. Okay. So I was sending an email to the Capitol and they're ignoring me. But then I finally got a out of the office like reply because he's like so good. Usually he's right there. But everyone, we have details on our Capitol show. Okay, so
Ooh,
write them
tell
down.
me everything. I love when
Okay.
she just tells me these things
Yes,
live.
I know, but we've been so busy and it's like not important right now, but like, so we need to start promoting Leash, the fact that these tickets are coming out Wednesday, June 14th. That's the day we go see Shania Twain. It's big day, everyone.
Yeah, I had written in my notes to think about when I'm promoting that it's coming out in the future. That's where we're at right now with the busyness.
Same. Okay. So I finally contacted our DJ for a podcast part. I'm like, when would you like my requests for? And he's like, this week, obviously. So I'm like, they will be done by Friday. So I need to do that. I need to like actually write that on a piece of paper. DJ music send. Okay, so yeah, so Wednesday and Thursday our tickets will be on sale for our members. So our members will get a specific code for those 2 days, and then it will be public on Friday the 16th. Now I'm worried that I'm saying this and I got it all wrong, but let's just go make sure here. I'm pretty sure. And of course, the internet's like off, you guys. So if ever you're like, what's happening? If ever you're like, it's freezing, I mean, we're sorry, but we think the world is struggling with the internet today.
It really is. The world is struggling. I actually I didn't even realize, well, I turned this morning when I was working, I turned off my internet. That's how frustrated I was on my phone.
Yeah.
And Neil's not home. Now I'm pretty sure I could figure this out for myself, that I need to just stop it and restart it, although it's not working for you.
No, it's not working. So Jeff restarted it, like he did the things, and it's not making it better. So we think it's a world issue, you guys. World issue.
World issue.
The whole world. Okay,
so we are releasing our tickets earlier, regardless of the date, but we are releasing them earlier for our members only, so that our members can get access before I think
pre-sale 14-15. Pre-sale 14.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What else you got to tell us about this party?
Well, first of all, I've been putting a lot, not putting a lot of time thinking of the show, but I do feel like ready. Like I have a lot of things that I have like a template. I have like a really fun show planned in my life here.
Okay.
So I'm like really excited that when we have a minute that I can like tell you how amazing it's going to be.
Perfect.
Anyways, I think that people are excited because I just posted our poster, because our poster is gonna go public next week. But I did post it in my stories, and they're like, oh my God, I can't miss this one. Basically it's our 3rd year, you guys. So if you have never been to one of our shows, bello.
Yeah, it's basically Girls Gone Wild, guys. This is the first one. Oh my gosh. The first one was just a pandemic. It was like almost in the middle. We were supposed to be all wearing masks. We didn't know what was going to happen. And why this is important is because it was like people hadn't left their homes in 2 years, and you guys went for it.
Oh, that was like a wild night.
Wild.
And it was
the Capitol had a talk with us.
Well, yes, they did. Well, what happened is, first of all, it was 2021, you guys. So 2021, we are still wearing masks, and they were still like always dangling lockdown. Yeah. Always, every freaking day, I would watch that stupid thing where they would be like, these are the new rules. So basically the rules at that time was if you're drinking, if you're drinking, you can take off your mask. And if not, you needed to keep your mask on. So clearly everyone was drinking at their seat. But yet, I think it's pretty cool to look at our pictures that night, and everyone's wearing a mask, in the foyer, in the thing. I'm like I was looking at Choose Happy. I'm like, oh, it's too bad that there's masks. I wanted to promote it, and I'm like, there's masks. But at the same time, it was the reality of it. And there were still 600 people there. And that was Tochilo. Because some people are like, oh, like, should we go? Should we not go? I have COVID. You needed to like cancel if you like tested positive. And it was like,
Oh,
intense.
and Jose and I are like, we cannot have COVID.
Yeah, because we needed to get tested before going. So it was like, we were like just basically in a bubble. But anyways, that was just such an epic night. And now it's like become an annual thing. And we've switched it to Let's Get Loud.
So if you're looking for a night to get out with your girlfriends and have some fun, laugh, like it's also like there's like a little bit of like learning. There's a little bit of depth. There's for sure depth. We want you to leave there like inspired. Like
I was gonna say there's inspiration. Like you don't just leave with like mindless content. There's actually like good conversations that are gonna make you think and feel like, fuck yeah.
Think like it's a Beyonce music video and you're walking out, there's fire in the background. Yeah. There's inspirational music playing. That's how you're leaving the Capitol Theater that night.
1,000,000%. And I was thinking like, what are we getting loud about? It's just women getting louder. Just basically be yourself. Like let the inner you get louder. Just say, and it's about like, I think it can be done so in a way where it changes your life. Like you can be louder in a way where you just feel free, you know? So that is the inspiration we want to give women. Okay. So last year we did a game. It was our first time we did a game. Okay. We changed our template last year. And I think I'm going to like change just a little change. I liked our template last year than the first year for sure. Yeah. I think that was more our way. And members were like, oh, we wanted more of you. So we gave them more of us last year. Yeah. And then it was like, oh, well, we wanted more games, more interaction. And I'm like,
the games were fun.
Yeah. No. I have a little note that is called, Let's Get Loud show. And every time I have like a little bit of an idea, I just like write it down so that I don't forget that idea.
I love it.
Yeah, no. So on top of that, Leash, I've been really flirting with having like maybe like a holiday show and like a Valentine's show in different cities, and not like capital wise, but like more like Galentine, because I really enjoyed that. Like that night in Shediac in the like kind of hotel style, you know what I mean? Kind of like banquet style. And there's like a banquet, with tables and whatever, like a wedding.
Okay.
Fuck, I love weddings when I am the MC and DJ, please.
Okay. So, wow, we're busy. That is what you're telling me.
Absolutely.
We have an October show. We're going to have a holiday show and we're going to have a Valentine's show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that for us.
Yeah, no, I think that and just different cities giving them different options. But I feel like it's just, first of all, having being in a theater in smaller, like we have like really fun people in Grand Falls. Like
I was going to say, we're going to Grand Falls.
Oh my God. Okay. So I really want to do like something fun there. And I just feel like there's more opportunities if we do wedding style. Like obviously people get married there. They have rooms where they can like decorate and make it like that. And just like more interaction, because then you can go kind of at their level and just like have fun with them.
Yeah.
Just hosting women.
Okay. I like it. I'm here for it.
All right. Okay. So our show, you guys, is October 7th, which is the long weekend, and it is the Saturday night. So even if you have maybe some traditions on the Sunday, you're just going to be a little bit hungover at your traditions. No big deal.
Yeah, it is Thanksgiving weekend, which I think it will actually be good for some people who want to travel to come see us. But so when you guys are making your boring plans with your families to eat pumpkin pie, remember that you have actually a real exciting plan with us on October 7th.
I agree. One girl was like, oh no, tradition, Thanksgiving. And I was like, it's time to change the traditions. I think traditions can be changed if something else comes up.
They can.
They definitely can. And you know what? Like at the end of the day, that's like, I feel like maybe you like tune into that and you're like, oh, right, it's a big weekend. I have to cook and whatever. And you're like, this is me getting loud. I'm going to the Let's Get Loud show and friggin' prioritizing me. Like it's 3 hours of the weekend. But I'm not think about it. It's 3 hours of the weekend. You will not regret. You'll not be like, oh, I wish I would have stayed home with my husband that I stay home with every night.
You know what? Also, as you were saying that, I have to cook. I was like, you don't.
I definitely do not. Like you mean me? Like I don't? Yeah, no.
No. I mean like the world.
You don't. Oh, I like that. That's you getting loud. You don't. Mm-hmm. Definitely do not. And you're not cooking on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Most
people do it on Sunday, I think.
Oh yeah, exactly. I feel good about it. I also think that it's a perfect opportunity because people can really feel like they're on a long weekend. So not back to work on Monday. You know what I mean? So it's like Saturday. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, that's my weekend, my birthday weekend. I'm bringing all my friends. Two people said that in my stories. We're going to
Ooh,
do
that's
something
so
with a
fun.
birthday. We're going to like do a birthday thing. We forgot last year. We were supposed to, and we forgot.
That's really fun. Like
Yeah.
it's because you know what? When it's your birthday, you want something different to do.
Yes. Yes, you do.
All right, we're here
I'm a
for it.
big
We're excited.
casher of the birthdays, you guys. All right. Hi, everyone. Today we are talking about, we're just going through some obstacles here because what's happening is we're talking to you in our DMs and you're telling us what your obstacles are to weight loss. Last week we did exercise. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So tons of people are like, I'm struggling with weight loss because I don't exercise or you don't like it. So we had that conversation. Please go listen to that. Today we chose obstacle number 2, which is time. Time. Yeah. I'm seeing that, like, I'm like, what are your 2 obstacles to weight loss? And it's like, I don't have time to, and then they start, so let's talk about, where that concept of lack of time comes from when it comes to weight loss.
Yeah, and there's so much to talk about. Okay, first of all, we need to realize that most people feel like they don't have time.
Yeah.
And having time, I don't want to say it's a perception, but it's a perception. We all have different amounts of extra time, but again, that's still a perception. But let's say we all have different amounts of disposable time. Let's just say that most of us do.
Yeah.
But it's not about, oh, I have the time for this. Someone actually commented that in my DMs when I was walking, and they were like, I don't even have kids, because I was giving them a pep talk to take the time for yourself. And she's like, I don't even have kids, but I still just don't find the time to move my body. And I just said, I also do not find the time. I prioritize the time.
Yeah. 1,000,000%.
That's like one piece of the time conversation.
Yeah.
But I think the most important piece of the time conversation is time to do what?
Yeah.
Like
time to do what?
Again, based on perception, we're basing not having time to lose weight based on not having time to do a diet. Those are 2 different conversations.
Well, and also, okay, so let's talk about what takes time.
Yes.
Because what is weight loss? And let's just get back to that, you guys. Like, what is weight loss is being in a calorie deficit. And I actually said this to one of my people in my DMs in an audio, and she's like, oh man, that hit hard. Because I'm like, it does not take more time to be in a calorie deficit than it does being in a surplus.
100%.
And she's like, fuck. She's like, wow, that's so true. Like, I'm like, so what you don't have time for is this list. And I understand that there are things that you might want to be doing to help create your calorie deficit. But to say that you don't have time for weight loss is just not a fact. It's not a thing because it doesn't take more time to create a deficit. Now you want to change your mindset. You might have to watch some videos and whatever. So we have that conversation. I just wanted to like make sure that I pointed that out because I do feel like that's a concept or a thing that people just keep saying to themselves.
Absolutely. And I think there's 2 actions that people are identifying. This is when I ask people, they're like, well, meal prep and exercise.
Right. And those 2 things do take minutes.
Absolutely. But those 2 things are also not a requirement for weight loss.
There you go.
They might be a tool that gives you access to success.
Right.
Or they might not. They might just be a tool that you've used in the past or a tool that you think you need or should do for weight loss.
So I want to say this, even if there's a tool that you know or think in your mind that's like, that is a tool that gives me access to success. If you are not using the tool, if you feel like you can't use the tool, then that's a freaking waste of your breath and time saying that's a tool I should be using. Why are we even talking? There are a million tools to help you have access to success. And there are some that I use and some that I don't. And I think that where we're stuck, most of society, is they're stuck within certain tools that are the reason, yet they never choose those tools. I'm like, ben ça vaut rien. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm being clear.
We're staying stuck. So we're staying stuck. It's almost like, okay, I know that meal prep helps me. but I don't have time to meal prep. So I'm not going to meal prep. And then it's like, okay, let's unpack that. You don't want to prioritize meal prep. No problem. Don't blame you. Let's figure out a way. Basically, what about meal prep helps you show up? You have food ready.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find a way to do that without meal prepping. We have tons of strategies within our community group that we talk about all the time. You show up all the time and show our members how you have food ready without meal prepping, right? It's possible. You have to believe it's possible first, though.
Absolutely. You have to believe that it's possible without those strategies that you've like labeled labeled as like, I need to do that. And I'm like, that's such a waste of time. Like, it's like I struggle explaining what I want to say right now, but I'm like, if you are spending your time to keep saying that if you had access to that, it would work. Like, you're not like, we're not getting anywhere with this. Like, I hate feeling stuck. So in my mind, I'm like, what now then? What now? Okay, but we have to go find another strategy that you actually want to do. Like for me, it's vraiment clair.
Absolutely. It's like, okay, I'm not getting the results that I want. What am I or am I not willing to do? And then let's figure it out.
It's like when the people used to tell me, okay, so they would stop your weight loss at coming to the location and get weighed, okay? And then they would reach out and say, I'm ready to come back. And I'm like, okay, are we ready to do something different? Because last time something happened where you quit and you whatever. They're like, I need to go get weighed, okay? And I'm like, excuse me, I've been there for 2 years every Saturday and you never came. And that strategy was accessible to you. So clearly it's not you. At one point you stopped the strategy that is right here, meaning it just wasn't working for you anymore. And it also you weren't grabbing the strategy. And so I'm like, it has been there. We are there and you haven't been coming. So you need to unpack that and say, maybe that's not magic, because it isn't, right? Because it isn't.
And you know what happens is
magic.
People identify, they think back to when they were losing weight.
Yeah.
And they identify specific things that they were doing while they were losing weight, like maybe going to the location, maybe meal prepping, maybe exercising. And first, you're connecting magic, success with that one tool or strategy. But if you weren't consistent with it and it doesn't align with your resources, that's not it for you. And also, guys, there is no magic.
Yeah. There's no one way required for weight loss. So if that way no longer, so for example, you're freaking tired of waking up every Saturday to come see me, I don't blame you. That is a big job to like make that a priority. Same. You can't think that, oh, if I don't go, then I don't have access to success or weight loss. Or you got tired of feeling bad about eating on Friday nights because you're getting weight on Saturday. I don't blame you. Like, so for me, it's like in that moment, when you have that moment, you're like, oh, this strategy that yes, is working for weight loss. It's just not making me happy anymore. Okay. But what else can I do? What else is available to me? If you believe that one strategy is the only thing, you're fucked. Because like vraiment, oh shit, if I can't do it for one day, you're done. And that's why people can't be consistent and they keep quitting and they keep regaining.
Because instead of you saying, okay, that's not serving me anymore. That's not making me happy anymore. Now what? What next? You just go, that's not working.
I'll come back when I want you. They literally convince themselves that like there'll be a better time, whatever. Okay, so I think we've done great. We've spoken about two things. Thing one was time to do what, and that creating a calorie deficit does not take more time. Is that clear, you guys? Done.
So clear. I want to say one more thing though.
Yeah.
You will need to invest time if you want to accomplish weight loss for yourself. Okay.
Yes.
What you need to invest your time in though is on your mindset, taking in content. 20 minutes a day can change your life. And every single person watching this, listening to this, has 20 minutes a day. Every single person has the available resource of time that you need in order to achieve weight loss for yourself.
1,000,000%. Tons of our members are listening to us while they're cooking, while they're doing their laundry, while they're going out. You have 20 minutes. Okay.
You have time.
Yeah, you do. Okay. And so there you go. Perfect. And then the other piece of time for what, and maybe that list that you've created is not your list. It's just not your priorities. It's just not what you want to be doing. Okay, you guys. But honestly, all the time that you need to create a calorie deficit and to literally change your life would be 20 minutes a day. And honestly, our lives are like less than 10. Like our sessions of the day are less than 10 minutes most days. And like someone commented that on my live yesterday, they're like, I've been a member for 3 years, and every time I listen, it just reconnects me. I just
100%.
5-6 minutes. You think you need this mountain. You have been told that weight loss was a mountain, and it really does not have to be when you have the right mindset. Okay, everyone. Alicia, what would be your top tip when it comes to time?
Create systems and routines. Was it the same tip as last time? I think it was.
Probably. I friggin' love you so much with your systems and routines.
I can't help myself.
Honestly, it's the key to success.
I really think that when you guys are feeling like you don't have a lot of time, it's not only just, it's in all areas of your life. So it's almost like if you can create efficiency and routines and systems when it comes to grocery shopping, laundry, cleaning your home, getting your movement in, if you can create a better, well-run machine of time, then you're going to feel like you have more time to commit to this part of your life.
1,000,000%. And to add on to that, I think my tip is going to help you guys create your systems and routines. Take inventory of where you're spending your time. So create awareness on like, it's like if you can't pay your bill and you're never on budget, you would take inventory of where the frig you're spending your money, and then you'd be choosing wisely. It is the same thing with time. Take inventory of where you're spending your time, and you'll see yourself scrolling. We've had such good conversations this weekend with a new member in Shidyak, Alicia, and she's like, I don't have time. And I'm like, I'm going to call BS on that, because you don't tell me that you're never on Facebook or whatever. And she's like, oh, and Candy Crush. And we started laughing. And I'm like, there you go. If you have time for Candy Crush, you have time to watch a video. And I think that I think not having time has just become this like this reason, this thing that we all connect with as humans, that we don't have time. But the thing is, we are using our time, and we just, and it's not me to tell you you're wasting your time. It's for you to recognize, shit, I'm wasting my time. That's it.
Done.
Okay. Wishing you an amazing day. Please come and DM us. Send us a DM. We want to really help you unlock and unpack all of your obstacles and find solutions for you. Okay. So send us a DM and let's talk about your obstacle. Okay. Bye, guys.